the dust kicker's dream. The camera floats above a dusty field bathed in orange sunset light. A small boy runs barefoot, breath heavy, chasing a faded football that bounces unevenly across the dirt. Every kick raises a tiny cloud of dust, glowing golden in the dying light. His laughter echoes faintly, mixing with the hum of crickets. He stops, wipes sweat from his forehead, and looks toward the horizon where streetlights begin to flicker alive. The field looks endless yet lonely. A gust of wind brushes past. The boy closes his eyes and imagines a stadium bright, massive, alive. The wind becomes a roaring crowd. The streetlight turns into a blazing floodlight. He kicks the ball, it sails through the air in slow motion. He raises his hands, smiles wide, and whispers, "One day, they'll cheer for me." The camera follows the ball as it rolls to a stop beside his feet. Reality returns, just silence, and the sound of his mother's distant call. He picks up the ball, looks once more at the empty field, and says softly, "Tomorrow, we'll train harder." As he walks away, the wind nudges the ball slightly, rolling it after him, a loyal friend following in the fire in the dust. Morning light filters through a thin curtain. The boy wakes to the sound of water splashing. His mother kneels beside a metal bucket, washing clothes. Steam rises in the dim light. Her hands are tired, but her eyes warm. "Morning, Mama," he says, tying the laces on his old taped shoes. "Morning, my dreamer," she smiles, handing him a small piece of bread. He finishes quickly and bolts out. The camera follows him through narrow alleys, filled with life, people shouting, horns blaring, dust swirling. Yet amid the chaos, his eyes only search for the open sky ahead. He reaches the field and begins to practice dribbling, shooting, falling, getting up again. Sweat glistens on his skin as the sun rises higher. Across the street, an older man, a local coach, watches quietly. "You play alone every day?" "Yes, sir," the boy says, panting. "You have fire," the man replies. "Come to my academy tomorrow. Let's see what that fire can do." The boy freezes, disbelief lighting his face. "Really? I can join?" "Bring those old boots of yours," the coach says, walking away with a smile. That night, the boy lies on the floor beside his mother, eyes wide open, the ceiling flickering with moonlight. He whispers, "It's starting. Mama, it's really starting." And outside, the wind whispers back through the broken fences, like applause for a promise born inside. The first real breath. The small stadium felt infinite to him. The stands hummed with scattered voices. His new jersey clung to his skin, too big, yet perfect. The whistle blew. The game began. The camera followed his feet as he ran, dirt flying. He passed, dodged, fell, got up again. The world blurred into a rhythm of motion and sound. Then, in the final minute, the ball rolled toward him, slow, cinematic. Everything went silent. He pulled his leg back, struck. Time freezes. The ball arcs perfectly into the net. The whistle screamed. The crowd erupted. His teammates lifted him. He looked up to the stands, found his mother's tear-filled eyes. She mouthed, "Asterisk, you did it. Asterisk." The music swelled. The camera zoomed on his smile, the pure joy of a child's dream. The quiet fields echo. Rain, mud, sweat, sunlight, repetition. His movements sharpen. His name begins to echo beyond the small field. We see flashes of tournaments, trophies, jerseys, bright floodlights. His mother's pride grows, but so does the distance between them. He travels, meets new faces, learns new languages of football. Interviews begin. Cameras flash. Crowds chant. But late at night, when the noise fades, he sits alone in his hotel room, staring at his old ball. He whispers, "We made it this far." Then he hides the ball away in his bag like a secret, a piece of his soul he doesn't want the world to touch. Finally, one night, he walks out onto a grand stadium. The crowd roars. 50,000 lights explode. The camera spins around him as he looks up. Eyes wide, awe, disbelief, fulfillment. He scores. The crowd chants his name. Confetti rains down. But when the noise fades, his smile weakens. Somewhere, deep inside, he still hears the echo of that lonely field. The quiet hum of the streetlight, the whisper of his promise, the sound of thud, 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 flickering starlight. The city glows with his face. Billboards, posters, screens everywhere. His name shouts louder than he ever dreamed. Crowds chase him through airports. Kids wear his number, and cameras flash like lightning wherever he goes. Inside, he smiles for them. Outside, he waves. But when the lights fade, he sits alone in a giant hotel suite, quiet, cold, and echoing. The television hums softly, replaying his highlights. The boy on the screen looks fearless. The man watching looks lost. He scrolls through messages, sponsors, journalists, strangers, none from his mother. She calls, but he answers less now. Fame moves fast, and he is always running. One night, he stares out the window at the city skyline, millions of lights blinking like stars. They remind him of the flickering streetlight above his old field. For the first time in years, he feels small again. He picks up his phone, dials home. Mama? A tired voice answers, "My son, you sound far away." "I just wanted to hear you," he says quietly. "You've gone so far," she whispers. "Just don't lose where you began." He doesn't reply. Tears fill his eyes, unseen by the world that still cheers his name. The camera pans out slowly, one man in a sea of luxury, surrounded by everything he wanted, and yet emptier, the last ghost field. Years pass. Injuries creep in. Headlines change. Once a legend, they now say. His fame fades like sunlight on old walls. He opens his old sports bag. Inside lies that same dusty ball, still wrapped in the tape he once used as a boy. He smiles faintly. "Still with me, huh?" A decision forms in his eyes. He leaves the stadium, gets in his car, and drives through the night. The music hums low, headlights cutting through mist. As dawn breaks, the city disappears behind him. Finally, he arrives, the place where it all began, but the field is gone. He steps out slowly. The camera follows his feet crunching over gravel. The morning air smells of rain and rust. His chest tightens. "This was it," he whispers. "This was home." He drops the ball. It rolls across the concrete, bumping gently into an old fence post that still stands, the last ghost of his past. The keeper's dust. Rain begins to fall soft, cinematic, shimmering in the early light. He closes his eyes. For a moment, the world transforms again. The parking lot disappears. The fences rebuild. Floodlights rise. The crowd roars. He's young again, barefoot, free, chasing dreams through dust and stars. "Come home, my boy." A tear cuts through the dirt on his cheek. He opens his eyes. Reality returns. He sits down on the wet ground, places the ball beside him, and whispers, "You remember, don't you? We promised we'd make it here." A car passes by, spraying water, breaking the stillness. Nobody recognizes him now. The world he once dreamed of no longer has a place for him. Yet somehow, in that quiet emptiness, he feels closer to himself than he has in years. The heartbeat of concrete. The storm fades. A pale dawn breaks across the sky. He looks down at the ball one last time, then pulls a gold medal from his jacket. He places it beside the ball. "You took me there," he whispers, voice trembling, "but I left myself behind." He turns, walking away without looking back. His figure grows smaller against the wide, empty expanse. The wind begins to blow again, rolling the ball slowly across the concrete. As it moves, the faint sound of time's thud, 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 asterisk, echoes through the air, the heartbeat of a dream that refuses to die. The camera pulls up, rising higher, showing the entire parking lot below quiet, silver under the morning sun. For a brief moment, the cracks in the concrete glow, and the faint shape of a football field seems to reappear beneath them like a memory carved into the earth itself. Cut to black. On the screen, a single line fades in. Dreams don't die. They just wait to be remembered. Music swells softly, the same melody that played when he was a boy. Fade out.